Greetings, Benjamin J from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series, in this case on the 6000B powered dummy. So I have added a fifth passenger car. So these are a half a pound each. So there is a considerable amount of weight being pulled by this micro motor. So like I said, before I go any further with finalizing how I'm going to mount this motor in the shell, I want to make sure that it's going to be worth it. I don't want to go to all this effort and then find out the motor is going to burn out, or it's going to burn the brushes up, or I'm going to run into some unanticipated problem. I want to wring it out before I finalize the mounting of the motor. So this is going to be an interesting experiment. So these are a half a pound each. There's 5 cars on there. Going to be interesting to see. I have no idea how this is going to work. So power is on. Let's take this around and see how it goes. Okay, there's 50% power. So it's running smooth, it's running flat, it's definitely pulling the weight with no problem. So I think this is going to work. All right. Always fun to do an experiment with a true unknown. So the Marx 6000 unpowered B dummy unit is now a diesel locomotive pulling 5 Lionel 13-inch passenger cars. That's quite a load for this little engine to pull. And not so much the size of the engine, but the size of that motor. And that is the Marx micro motor in there. It's the smallest motor they made. And usually found in the El Cheapo 490s. And just wanted to finalize these tests. So I'll be running this quite a bit for the next day or so with different consists at different speeds to see if it remains on the rail, any derailing problem, if it gets too heavy in the back, if it gets to the point where the front wheels are coming off or not following the curves, if I anticipate or run into any problems of any kind. Like I said, that's why I don't want to finalize mounting this motor until I've really run this thing out and I know that it's going to keep on running. Then I can finalize the mount and make it look pretty. In the meantime, this is just a series of experiments, but as you just saw, this is pulling 5 13-inch Lionel cars that weigh half a pound each. So that's a considerable load for that little motor to pull. But just wanted to do a video to document it. So I'll be running this, like I said, the next few days at least, to see if it's actually worthwhile doing this. If it is, it's a really, really simple conversion that anybody can do. If you have the motor. Once you have the motor and you watch the video on how to do this, it'll only take a few minutes to pull the dummy truck out of that, drill a hole in it, mount the motor, mount the screw, and in an hour's time, you have a powered 6000 dummy, which basically gives you now 2 powered diesel locomotives if you have the A and B unit. So really interesting to do this. And the interesting thing about it, of course, is if it works with this, it should work with any dummy unit, which opens up lots of possibilities because you can get dummy units really cheap sometimes. Put a motor in it and you have yourself a really inexpensive and unique locomotive that you built yourself. Really difficult to beat that. So I just want to do a quick video on this. The 6000B unit, previously a dummy, pulling 5 Lionel 13-inch passenger cars. So I'll be continuing this, just want to do a video to document it. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.